Welcome to the Pump and Dump channel for another daily update on CNX Resources and natural gas. So today was a very good day. You can see we're up strongly from the lows of the day. Natural gas price also had a very strong day. You can see it's at 233, up from almost 4%. CNX Resources is kind of lagging a bit from the move in natural gas price, but that doesn't really matter. The thing is, I put out my video yesterday talking about what it takes to make money in the stock market, and you have to be right. And I kind of went over my chart here, and I kind of mentioned how we had this triangle forming, and I said that based upon this, I expected the natural gas price to hold at 223 or go a little bit lower, and if it came back then strongly, or it came back at all, it would probably mean that the support will hold. And if the natural gas price had shot down like really bad, at that point in time I would have had to admit I was wrong and start easing out of my position. Now just not just this trend line here, but it was also the RSI that coincided with the low of August here. That gave me some comfort in thinking that we would probably hold here on some technical basis. The reason why this shot through here, I think, comes down to this outshoot here. If I pull this trend line down here and put it on that bottom here, it kind of gives about the same here. So we kind of held with this trend line. So I was actually right for a change. I was wrong about it going up from here, and after I seen I was wrong, I got out here, and I was right. I was right about getting out in this area because of this potential move down after this head and shoulders. So I kind of was then again wrong about thinking this would be the bottom at 232 or whatever. And now I'm kind of after watching it go down, I kind of am feeling that I'm very right about it this time. So I mean, this is where we're at. I have mentioned previously how Antero Resources is inferior to CNX Resources. I think Antero Resources is up about 2 or 3%. Doesn't really matter. You can see like the competition, Southwestern and EQT, are down quite a lot, despite this strong move in the natural gas price that you would expect to push them higher. And that can come down to the valuation being above where, or below where the price is at this point in time. Like, let's say that even with a 230 natural gas price, maybe this is worth less than this too. I'm not too sure. I haven't looked at valuing these companies. I had tried to do Southwestern, but it was a bit too, how should I say, it was not, it didn't like hit me smack in the face in terms of letting me know how to calculate the fair value. So I kind of, just focused on CNX Resources, as mentioned, the superior choice. We can see here that we came down on the open to 689 is where I bought some more, and I bought some more at 682.5 down here. The thing was, it was at 682 and I was trying to buy at 682, but then I just said, oh, I need to just pay 683 and just take it, and then I got 682.5. Of course I can prove that I actually did that. Let me just pull up my account and I'll just do that, because I know that lots of people tell you that they got the bottom and they got all the correct calls, but they never prove it. So there we go. So we can see here the CNX Resources, the date, buy, share amount, and pricing. So I got that the correct call here. There was two options today. I had mentioned yesterday how I thought we would hold this support line, and based upon that I kind of bought around the time when we were on this trend line, and this was the one option, and this is one I chose because I was really confident in this holding and I thought that it made perfect sense. And then after this move up here from down here, the natural gas price here started moving, and down here it was actually at 228 and up here it was at 225. So there was another decision whether to buy more here, and I would have bought more, but I already had too much, and I decided that I would just stick with what I had, because I keep increasing the position size as I get more and more confidence in this trade, and therefore I passed on buying more here. But if I was like a money manager with like millions to deploy into stocks, I would have kept buying it all the way up, even up to the top here, because still the intrinsic value is much higher than the price. Now the question is, why is it now selling off from here going down? Why is it selling off? And the reason is very simple. You have day traders who get in around here. They see the move in natural gas moving, and they even might buy in around here. And then when it gets up here and they see it start moving down, they sell, because they're in it to win it too, like everyone else. But their rules are very simple. If the price is going up, you buy. If the price is going down, you sell. So they sell here. They take profit. Some of them take profit, and others then get also sheep herded into taking profits. But as I mentioned, there is financial leverage in these stocks, and therefore when you see a big move in natural gas price like this, assuming that we started from fair value, the move in the stock should be much higher than it is in the natural gas price. So at this point in time, I'd like to just make reference to what I talked about yesterday, I think, about that trader in one of these documentaries who said that when you are right, buy more. And the fact that the natural gas price was at 225 up here and at 228 down here meant that you should buy more, because the natural gas price is keeping to go up. It's keep going up, and keep going up. It's keeping going up. Yeah, I can't even get my English right at this point in time. But anyway, that's what I should have been doing. If I had too much money to deploy, I would just kept buying probably, or at this point I would have just dumped it all in. And yeah, that's kind of where it's at. Tomorrow we'll see what the natural gas price does. I expect it maybe to have a breather like this. It might go back all the way down, and at that point in time I would have to consider whether I am whether this line will hold again, and I would have to consider whether I should not ease out in case it doesn't hold. But I would think like something like this would be okay. Even if the natural gas price doesn't perform too well tomorrow, it doesn't really matter, because the stock should be much higher given the move in natural gas price today. So if it continues going up like this in the big green bar, just it would be a decision to keep buying, and because I'm already over positioned in this stock, I wouldn't keep buying. I'll just let the others take the money, and that will be it. So that's kind of where it's at, what I'm thinking at this point in time, and therefore it's a good time to bring out this disclaimer that this is not investment advice or recommendations for you to buy or not to buy the stock or natural gas futures. That is your decision alone. This is what I do with my money. This is my analysis, my opinion. I do these videos for other people if they're interested and they want to follow the journey in the trade, and I'm also doing it for myself because I could say that I'm building a track record on the trade, but really it's more about me keeping a video log, memory book, a diary book about what I was thinking at the time, and then I can see whether in the future whether I can look at this back at this trade and say that I really got that right or I got that wrong here at this point in time, and it will help me in some way or form. So this kind of where it's at. In my opinion, of course, it's still a buy at 720, but I'm not telling anyone to do that or not to do that. That's going to leave it. I'm going to leave it with that for today. Let me know in the comments section if you like this kind of video. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're not interested. Maybe you don't care. But if you have any other opinions about it, you can share your opinion about the trade. You can ask questions. You can subscribe, of course, if you want to keep up to date with my adventures trading natural gas stocks. And for that, yeah, that's going to do it for today. Have a good day.